Okay, hang on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Easy, easy. Empu, easy. Let's go back a bit. Let's just digest this masterpiece first. Welcome back, and thank you for joining me for another reaction video. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on those notifications and you're good to go. It is Saturday, which can mean only one thing. It is Nightwish Saturday, and I can't believe how quickly it rolls around. Super excited as we work our way through the Human Nature album and we get to a track called Pan. A lot of you guys are amped about this one. I'm excited about this, but before we get stuck into the reaction, I want to send a quick shout out. By now, most of you know that Tank and I have a joint Discord server. We're in there most days, having a laugh, having a voice chat, speaking to all of you guys and making sure we end the day with a smile. And a lot of you have joined already. If you haven't, the link will be in the description below. But there's another channel I want to send some love to, and it is called the Night Dreamers Reactor Side. They're a lovely group of people, ultra passionate, ultra knowledgeable, and ultra helpful Nightwish fans. They've been sharing my reactions long before I was in the server and have been super supportive of everything I'm doing and everything that every other reactor who touches a Nightwish song does. So I think they deserve a lot of credit and a lot of love. It's run by a lovely lady named Trinks, and she's got a lot of moderators that help with that. And they've got some direct ties to the band, which is really awesome because they've got some unique stories and super knowledgeable and always willing to help. So a big thanks to the Night Dreamers Reactor Side. This one's for you. And if you'd like to join their Discord server, the link will be in the description below. Now back to the reaction. I'm super excited about this one. Nightwish Pan official lyric video. Let's see what you got. Okay, hang on just a second. That start was super pretty. Beautiful. If you strip away the lead and you listen to just the chords, it's essentially a sway between two different chords, like a clock. It goes one chord, goes to another, goes back again. And when it hits the fourth, there's a nice runoff. Now, on the second cycle, there's a variation. I didn't catch it properly. I'll listen again. But what makes it so pretty is that lead work on top, that music box, dreamlike lead work that has those nice runoffs, very busy and frenetic. I actually thought that piece would go a bit longer before it went into that intense piece that it's moved into now that we started hearing, but it is Nightwish and they do keep you guessing. Okay. To say that they're not lazy is an understatement. When they went into this more intense piece with the palm muting and the double kick work, with that synth emphasizing the gaps in between, really nice evolution of the song. Obviously, it's moving in a much more intense place. But then they changed that kick pattern and set it to a syncopated offbeat hit. They didn't have to do that. But they want to keep it fresh. They want to keep it changing. They want to keep you guessing. I really love the care they put into this because, again, it's one of those things where if it wasn't there, we wouldn't have known any better. But I'm glad it is. Okay, wow. That's haunting. She's gone back to that kind of swaying pattern, that melody there, but when she's singing on top of it now, I'm so happy that she's reinforcing the melody and not trying to do something different. To the point where she's even breaking up certain syllables when necessary to accent that dun 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 dun. It's really nice. It's a beautiful melody. I was kind of hoping it was a bit longer in the beginning, and now I know why it wasn't, because they were going to surprise us with it here. It was going to play a more important part in the song. And wow, that's haunting. I got goosebumps when she started singing. Stories unimagined, birth of motives, hope and wonder. Winds will be named, words will shelter them. Something we can, there we Okay, so it switched up there quite dramatically, in my opinion. It's the same pace, same sort of sentiments, but felt like it could have been two different songs, and I quite like that. I didn't expect that at all. What I do like that's happening in the background is the drums. It feels like the drums are playing at a level where you would expect them to be, but I don't hear that accompanying guitar, and it's creating like this gap in the middle, which is really nice because you've got the synth building, and it allows you to hear things a little more clearly, and it allows you to save a bit of power for if they go into that later. So really smart composition again. I mean, I don't need to say that, we do know, but credit to the maestro. Listen to the bass, first of all, in the background. The way she's dropping her vocals and running with the music. Again, this is not a song. This is a composition. It feels like a score. It's so smart and considered, and her voice is perfect for this because of how much range she's got. She's the Swiss Army knife of singers. She can do it all. So it's nice that they're challenging themselves. It's nice to see her doing something a little different on this, you know, going to those low notes that, in my experience, I haven't heard as often as I'd like. Very cool. A bass. A moment alone, without me known, reset the world, imagine home, that rhyme on me, to touch the stars, only way there to enter. Okay, hang on, whoa, easy, Empu, easy. Let's go back a bit. Let's just digest this masterpiece first. Wow, okay, so goes a bit heavier, song is evolving, it's building, it's becoming more. It is creating something new each time it moves into a new place, and I'm very, very happy about that. What I liked about that is you had the guitar coming in, which I said was not missing but waiting in the background, if you will, and then when it came in and you heard them kind of singing that multiple vocal layer, I can hear the male vocals there as well. And the thing that's really nice about that, because it's so consistent in terms of the kick pattern and the guitar pattern and the bass work, listen to the placement of the snare. That breaks that up. That creates the cycle. That moves everything. You can describe everything as before that snare or after that snare. It feels like it's the benchmark. Really nice because it creates that pattern. It helps take away any monotony that would have been there if there was a longer draw off before the snare hit. Very cool. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, okay, cool. So I was wondering about that. Whenever they go back into that piece, you talk about evolution. Started out, there was no percussion. The percussion was the sometimes staccato nature of those quick notes that were being played. Now when it's come in, I was interested to see, like, if they go back to that, what are they going to do with percussion? Are they going to leave it as just that very dreamy light sit on top of the mix piece, or are they going to bring the drums in? And when they came in, actually, ironically, it went from being really beautiful to quite playful. That's probably the best way I can describe it. Still pretty, but when the drums come in and you can hear that alternation between the kick and the snare, it actually emphasizes the sway a bit more. It's very cool. And also, one more note before we carry on. I mentioned earlier how she was even breaking up her syllables to match that. There she took that away. So she was kind of drifting off and on the melody, squeezing in some phrasing. And I like it because I think when it becomes more playful and that melody is now ingrained in your head, you don't need to overkill it anymore. It sounds really awesome. Everything is moving in one direction. The guitar, bass, and drums feel like they're providing this consistent pace, keeping that key and melody. The vocals, the layering of the vocals, I love how her voice has gone up there higher, and it's just so perfectly placed. But that and the synth feel like they're working directly together. They're creating the same melody, they're pushing the same direction, and there's this kind of join up of the music, the vocals and synth, which is almost, if you looked at your traditional band versus your Nightwish, and they meet up really well in the middle, and somehow it just works. Hang on. So much going on here. So much going on. That guitar piece, I mean, obviously, amazing. I love when he goes into that kind of stuff. I love that whole, like, I love when he takes power and control of it, because the guitar sometimes plays a background filter in some of the songs. Not in a bad way. It's there to emphasize aggression. It's there to provide a fullness. But I like when it becomes the front line and when it becomes a bit more dominant in the mix. That was really awesome. There's so much going on. I don't know what's a chorus. I mean, I have an idea of what the chorus is. I have an idea of what the verse is, but everything else just feels anything. And that's cool. I need to hear that again. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not. That's, again, working together, having those vocal accents with the synth, and then that quick vocal run at the end there where everything is just in its place. It feels like a theater show. It feels like a play. It's awesome. I love that. Oh, they're so good. Oh, the kick drum is doing bits now. It's picking up some pace and doing some offbeat syncopation. It's doing some, like, fills with his feet almost. It's a lot. Okay, so they're saying, ready the night, buy a playwright, it's yours to write. I see a lot of, like, gaming stuff, you know, dominoes, chess, die, and then some film reels. So I'm going by the lyrics and say it's about that, you know, they're speaking a lot about kind of like playwriting and stuff like that. So And then I saw the film reels, and that's kind of when I clicked, and I thought, okay, there's a message here that I haven't picked up yet. But it's hard when you're listening to the music and you see some of the lyrics and you're trying to pick that up as well. It becomes really difficult. You kind of so zoned in on little tonal values and stuff that I'm sure I missed some, but I do go back and watch it after and do a bit of research because they're just too good not to. Okay, so there, the thing you heard right in the beginning, that is a deconstruction. And quite often, that's how those pieces start. I'm not saying that's how this happened. I'm not sure. I wasn't there. I wish I was. But normally it's a deconstructed piece where you just heard that dun, 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 and then there was a gap, and then it happened again. And then that becomes a filler, and that builds and builds and builds into an idea. And this is why I want to talk to Thomas. I want to talk to them all. I want to buy them lunch and say, thank you for the wonderful music. There's like this choir synth effect in the background that, because they're pushing their vocals without going into like any crazy falsetto or anything, because they're pushing the actual just normal register to be in such a place where it's actually quite, I would imagine, very difficult to sing. I keep saying that about all these songs, to be very difficult to sing, and I know that there's kind of all the vocal effort going into a lot of the choruses, and at least most of the pieces in the song. So you've got Troy, Marco, and Floor all singing. That's going to be really hard to do live. It's going to be harder to mix live, so I feel for the engineer. But that synth work there, that's climbing, being really predominant. It's emphasizing the strength of that vocal and how difficult it is, and it's just such a pleasure to hear. Stop being so good. Again, took a piece that was, when I say fine, it was amazing, completely cool and awesome and heavy and gritty on its own, and then they changed it up with the syncopation. I could hear the snare accents picking up there. Stuff they don't need to do, but stuff they should do, and they do it because they know what they're doing, and they know what they're doing because they're Nightwish. Breakdown. Okay. When it breaks down and it goes into that halftime signature there, listen how the bass doesn't lose effort. That's important. That's key here. That's what separates this from your traditional breakdown. Usually, you get a halftime signature, you leave gaps in the music, you let the cymbals run through those to create a live environment. Listen to the bass. It does not let up for a second. Oh, wow. That last note. Floor. I know you can do it, but sure, that's going to be a tough live show. I will be there to watch it. That was awesome. To me, that's not a song. I would listen to it in the way I listen to traditional songs, but that's not a song. That is a score composition. There were parts of it that, had all the workings and mechanics of a song. There was a good chorus, there was a lot of instrumentation, but it was so complex, and I would assume that, I do know after speaking to some people in the Night Dreamers reactor side and Trinks as well, that I believe that this is a song that can sometimes divide fans. And I can understand that because it's definitely not an easy listen, but it's a wonderful listen. It's so intricate, so intense, so the evolution of that song is remarkable. And it doesn't go back at all. In fact, the only time it loses intensity to kind of nod back to those previous beautiful music box dream pieces is to give the listener a break, so that when they come back with the power again, it's even more emphasized. Really smart, really smart. I love that one. Again, I'm so happy we're doing this album playthrough. It's making my heart really warm. I look forward to these Saturdays and jumping in the live chat with you guys, which hopefully I'm doing right now. And if I'm not, you should all message me in that live chat and tell me to do a better job. But it is awesome. Very cool. Very cool. Can't wait for next week as well. Once again, this was a song that I wanted to dedicate to the Night Dreamers Reactor side. I think they're a wonderful group. The link for their Discord channel is in the description below. Awesome group of people who support loads of reactors and YouTubers, anyone who kind of shows Nightwish the love and respect they deserve. So thank you very much for that, guys. I appreciate you all. Until the next one, please be safe, be nice to each other, and have a damn good day.